everyone, this is Dr. Tiva Hoshizaki with the San Jose Animal Care Center. I'm really excited to share this lecture with you. This is something I've wanted to teach for a long time. This is about signs of pain and nausea in kittens. Now, you guys are probably familiar with the obvious signs of a sick kitten. If they are vomiting, if they have diarrhea, if they're not eating at all, or if they have weight loss. Yes, these are signs of a sick kitten, but this is a kitten that is extremely ill to get to this point. There's tons of signs that the kittens are going to give us before they get to this level of illness, and that's what this lecture is all about. I want to teach you guys about the subtle signs of sickness. Now, the first one might seem obvious, but just simple lethargy. They're not really responding to you, they're not really interacting, they're not moving much, they're not playing, they're not grooming, they're just kind of hanging out. That is a lethargic kitten. Now, that kitten I was just petting was fearful. Look at this fearful kitten as a comparison. He is more bright, more active. He definitely doesn't enjoy me being there with the camera. But you can see that how quickly his head and his eyes are moving, how he moves away from me to avoid. Both of these kittens are not terribly social, but one is lethargic and can't really be bothered to tell me to go away, and the other is active and normal. The next common sign we're going to see is poor appetite. Now, an average kitten like this, they're just going to chow down. They're going to be mowing into that food, yum, 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 no problem. They're eating pretty rapidly and at a normal pace. You're going to see kittens that people say are, quote, eating. Yeah, they're eating a little bit. No, these are kittens with poor appetite. This kitten has a terrible appetite. So you're going to see things like they're going to take a few bites and then turn away. They're going to sniff the food and turn away. Or they're going to hover over their food and just stare at it. These are all signs of a kitten that wants to eat, but their nausea is preventing them from doing so. Next up is our classic hunched and tucked posture. Now, this is different from the kitty loaf, which you guys are probably all familiar with. I'm talking about kittens that are sitting with their legs tucked underneath them. Think about if you ever had bad gas station sushi and got bad food poisoning, you want to just curl up in the fetal position and protect your abdomen. That's exactly what these kittens are doing. They are pulling their legs under their belly, so that way absolutely no pressure or tension is on their abdomen. They're putting all their weight on their legs. And they'll do this when they're sitting, when they're standing. They're just going to be, typically going to be lethargic and not moving very much anyway, because they are wanting to stay hunched and tucked. Here is a really fabulous photo of one of my foster kittens. You can see that when he's standing, he has a very definite angle in his back, and that is him keeping his weight on his back legs and his front legs and trying to minimize the amount of weight on his belly. Next up is licking lips excessively and out of context. It's totally normal for a kitten to lick their lips after eating or if there's food on their face. But check out this kitten. He is meowing and crying for help. He's clearly not eating, and he keeps licking his lips. Here's another kitten that is excessively licking their lips. It's way more than is necessary. Licking lips out of context is a sign of nausea, but it can be difficult to distinguish from just licking their lips. The way you're going to be able to tell the difference between regular lip licking and nauseous lip licking is the excessiveness and the fact it is out of context. Take a look at this kitten from earlier. Notice how his eyes are partially closed and his face looks tense. This is what we call the squinty, tense face. So this is a sign of pain in any animal, and it could be pain due to nausea, broken bones, wounds, surgery, anything. So a tense, squinty face is not exclusively a sign of nausea, but because they are often nauseous and painful, we will teach this for this purpose. In this collage, you can see one of my kittens day by day as he goes from extremely nauseous with a very squinty face, clumped, tense whiskers, hunched and puffed, and you can see day by day he is becoming more and more comfortable. His eyes are opening up, his whiskers are spreading, his face is becoming less tense, and by the end of a week of treatment, he is totally normal. The feline grimace scale is a newly developed scoring system by veterinary professionals to help quantify how much a cat is squinty and tense. It's not necessary for the average Joe to know how to use the feline grimace scale, but if you're interested, please do check out their website. They have a wonderful training manual that I highly recommend. Finally, we have grinding of teeth. This is a pretty unusual sign. It's not a common sign of nausea, but when you hear it, you can never unhear it. So when the kitten is eating, you're gonna hear this kind of grinding, almost chewing on the lips, nails on a chalkboard sort of sound. So I'll be quiet now and just listen real close. So those are the subtle signs of sickness that anyone who owns a cat or fosters cats should be aware of. These are really useful for nausea, but also general pain and discomfort as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, one more. I was so happy I caught this video of this kitten. This is something they teach you in vet school. It's definitely something you're not going to see very commonly in cats or dogs, but we talk about the downward dog pose in yoga, and check it out. Whoop! Stretch, stretch. So stretching is a normal behavior in cats, but again, this is a case of stretching out of context. So this kitten is stretching because I picked him up and I hurt his tummy, and then he's trying to relieve pressure off of his stomach by leaning forward. He's trying to get more comfortable, and of course this is going to be a futile effort, but the downward dog position is one of the signs of nausea that is extremely uncommon. But just in case you wanted to know, there you go.